Hi everyone, and welcome back to Maths and Physics with Mr. Simons, where we make maths and physics simple and we get you exam ready. Alright, today's class lesson or classwork is based on simultaneous equation, and we're going to teach you the first one, how to solve it via elimination. Alright, there's a second variation to variation 9, which is graphical, and then we have a third which is via substitution. So this first one we're just solving via elimination. Right, so what do I mean with that? Give you two equations, simultaneous, right? So simultaneous, whenever say simultaneous, we have two unknowns. You see there, we have x and y. We have two different variables. So equation 1 reads minus 2y plus x equal 2. So I have y, which I don't know what it is, and x, which I don't know what it is. So therefore, I have two variables. Other side, I have y and x. Y minus x equal negative 7. There again, I have two unknowns. Right, so to solve it simultaneously technically means I have to make either this formula or that formula either contain only y or only x. Right, that's the objective of solving simultaneous equation. Now, to solve by means of elimination, ensure either that we have the same coefficient for x or y in both linear equations. So what do I mean with that? If that reads minus 2y, can I make this minus 2y? If that reads plus x plus 1x, can I make this also 1x? Do you follow? So in this case, if I write them above each other, I have minus 2 plus x equal 2. For this one, I have y minus x equal minus 7. Right? Why am I writing above each other? Remember I said to you, to solve a simultaneous equation, I must either make the whole equation just contain y or only x. So you see plus x and minus x can cancel. No? It's the same as saying 5 minus 5, they're able to cancel. Right? So if I say yeah, that's my equation 1 and that's my equation 2. If I say 1 plus 2, minus 2y plus y would give me minus y. X minus x cancels. 2 minus 7 equal minus 5. So we're either always going to add or subtract variables to ensure either x or y cancels. So now because I only have y, I can solve for y. So there, negative and negative, if I divide by negative, that becomes positive y equal positive 5. So y in the top here is 5. That's now my equation 3. If I substitute 3 back into 2, or I can say 3 back into 1. It really doesn't matter where you substitute back in. Right, so my y there is now 5 minus the x equal minus 7. If I take 5 over, it will give me minus 7 minus 5, which is negative 12 equal negative x. And if I divide by negative, x equal 12. Right, so yeah, my solution for the solve simultaneously, y must be 5 and x is 12. So if I say that 12 minus 5, or no, I'm lying, y is 5, 5 minus 12 gives me minus 7. If I come this side here, I can say negative 2 times 5 gives me negative 10. Negative 10 plus 12, 12 minus 10, then gives me positive 2. So you see there, that there fits perfectly in and give me the answer I have on the right hand side. Right, let's look at the second problem. Right, so solve for x and y. They gave me 3y plus 2 equal 2x and x minus 2y equal 12. Right, so now to solve by elimination, I'm always going to try to ensure that I have the same values at the same place. So first ensure x and y are on the same side of the equal sign. So I bring 2x over, 3y minus 2x equal negative 2. If I take positive 2 that side, negative 2. Yeah, because I have y, I'm going to put y on the same place. So minus 2y plus x equal 12. Alright, so now if I look at my y's, I have 3y there and I have minus 2y. So the y's are not the same value. Then I have minus 2x and I have plus x. So there my x's are also not the same value. So my objective is to solve this. Either my y's will be exactly have the same value. One can be positive, other one negative. Or they can have the same sign. Or I'm going to ensure that the x's are the same. In this case, the x's look easier. So they have minus 2x. Can I make positive x2? Yes, I'm just going to multiply by 2. So my equation 1 reads 3y minus 2x equal negative 2. There, if I multiply by 2, minus 2y times 2 gives me minus 4y. X times 2 gives me 2x. So now I have a 2x and a minus 2x. You see, I can cancel. 12 times 2 gives me 24. So to solve by elimination, I now either have the same coefficient of x or y, which in this case is x, right? So if I write 3y minus 2y equal negative 2, and there minus 4y plus 2x equal 24, I can say my equation 1 plus my equation 2. So 3y minus 4y gives me negative y. 2x minus 2x cancels. So now I have one unknown, so I'm able to solve the equation. 24 minus 2 gives me 22. So negative y equal 22. If I divide by negative, y equal minus 22. Alright, so that there I'm going to substitute back into equation 1. So there 3 times y, which becomes 3 times negative 22, minus 2x equal negative 2. So 3 times negative 22 would give me negative 66. If I take negative 66 across, it becomes positive 66. 66 minus 2 would give me 64, and we always divide by whatever's in front of x. So 64 divided by negative 2 then gives me negative 32. So x is negative 32 and y equal negative 22. So that is how we solve equations via elimination, right? Next lesson, we're going to look at graphical, and in the following one, via substitution.